Hi everyone, Myra here. This is a video for Sue, who requested that I do a tutorial on the little snowman hats. Plus she was also asking, she couldn't find these little jello molds, so what could she use instead of that? So Sue, this is for you. If you can't find these jello molds, you can look for other things like you can look in your cookware, little stainless steel bowls. You know, you could find some that are smaller than this, of course, but that would work fine for a base. You could find these little wash tubs, turn that upside down and use it for a base. A cup, if you can find a white cup or any color cup, you know, you can always paint it. And if you didn't like the handle, what you could do once you built your snowman, you could put a second smaller snowman, like take your a styrofoam ball like this and shove it down on the handle, and have you built up you'd have a taller snowman here and then a shorter one that would cover the handle if you didn't like that. Or you could break it off and, you know, cover it with a flower, or, you know, whatever you wanted to. Or like if you wanted your snowman to have a shovel, the base of his shovel could cover up the broken part. But that's another idea. Another idea is look in your office supply. This one would be for like a huge snowman, but they probably have different sizes that you could find. You could do something like that for a base. These little buckets, sorry about the crinkling, these are a 3-count favor set. There's a picture of it there. Not that it will focus, but oh, silly camera, come on. Nope, not gonna focus. Oh, there we go. See these little buckets? You can see them there. Just turn one of those upside down and use that for the base of your snowman. And then another idea is these little cups that you can find like at Walmart in the napkin section. You could put fake snow or cotton balls, or you could even paint this. And you could it comes with a lid, so you can snap a lid on there, turn it upside down, and that could be the base of your snowman. Or you could fill it with anything you wanted to. But those were just a few ideas. I hope those helped. And now I'll show you how I make the little hats. If you're mass producing them, well, anyway, I'll get to that in a minute. First thing you want to do is you want to determine what size looks good on your snowman. This one is a little bit smaller size, but I'm going to show you. Excuse me just a minute. Sorry, I thought one of my kids was fighting. Sorry, excuse me. Determine what size you want. This one I'm going to show you is the one I did for my larger snowman, and I used a 1 1/4 punch and a 2-inch punch. And you start with your 1 1/4 inch punch, and you go in and just punch you a hole and save that, because that's going to be the top of your hat. This actually might have been this one here. I didn't measure. This might be the smaller one. Hold on. Yeah, this is for this size hat here. Sorry. Then you take your 2-inch punch, go in, and I have to. See, now that's one thing you got to watch for. See, I can't center that because I put my circle in too far. I could either cut that off or just do me another one here a little closer. Okay, now see, I can center it, but I have to, sorry, I have to look at it here to get it centered. And my lighting is horrible tonight, but hopefully you'll get the gist. Okay, there, see, it's centered. Now you need 2 of these. So let me get another one real quick over here. Sorry, I'm trying to line it up. Okay, here's my second one. Okay, Okay, now you have to determine how high you want your hat to be. This one here is approximately 1 inch. So you need 1 inch plus you need a 1/2 inch because you'll need a 1/4 inch on each end to fold under. So what I need is a strip that's 1 1/2 inches wide. Length will be determined. Let me get my cover. Oh goodness. I was so prepared for this, wasn't I? Let me cut my piece real quick here. Let's see, I need 1 1/2 inches. Here's my strip, 1 1/2 inches, and then you'll need to score it at 1/4 of an inch on each side. So go up here with 1/4 of an inch, and let's see, I'm going to turn it around and do 1/4 of an inch on this side. Okay, now I want to determine how wide I want it around this way. So what I do is, this I know is going to be way too huge, so I can cut a bunch of it off just to get rid of it. And I just kind of eyeball it. And I see my opening. I hope this is all in camera. I can kind of gauge it like that and then just snip some off. Okay, now what I do is I curl it up. Hope y'all can see that. And I put it into the hole like that. And then I let the paper go as wide as it can in that hole. And I just look and see how much overhang I have. I only want like 1/4 of an inch of overhang, so I mark it and then I can cut off. If I could see. This is hard to do with black paper, sorry, but let me get it close to me for a second. Okay, there, I think I marked it enough I can see it. If I didn't, I'll have to do it again, but okay, yeah. There's my mark right there. Okay, so now I get my score tape out. I was definitely not prepared for this, was I? Okay, I take my score tape and I don't know if you can see. Okay, there. Now, can you see between? I put my score tape on the edge here, and it's 1/4 inch score tape, so I put it on this edge and I run it from this fold line to this fold line. I don't put it all the way out because you don't need it all the way out. So okay, see, like that. There's my score tape. Now that is going to be what holds it together whenever you fold it. Now on these sides here, you need to put tape on both of those sides. And let's see, my fold's going this way and that one's going that way, so I need them on this side. I'm kind of picky which side I put it on, but I think I'll put it on this side just to show you. And you want it on this side of your score line. You don't want it on top of your score line. You want it back some. And you're going to put it all along that edge like that. There, see? It's to this side of the score line. And not very straight, I might add. Here, maybe that looks better. Yeah. See, it's on this side of the score line. Now you want to do that on both sides. There, now this is what your piece should look like. I don't know if that's even focusing, but you get the gist. And see, my line isn't even straight. I need to straighten that up a little bit. That's a little better, not much. Okay, now what I do is I'm going to fold it. I want this tape here on the outside when I fold it. So I'm going to curl it around. You can curl your piece first, or you can just, I'm working with pretty flexible paper. I think this is Recollections. But you're going to take this, oh, forgot to tell you, you need to cut these little corners here off. Sorry, I'm all over the place. Wasn't really prepared to do a tutorial. I was working on some projects and I thought, oh, I better do that while I'm thinking about it. Okay, so there, now. Okay, we cut that out. Now we turn it around. We take our tape off. And I should have checked. What you should do before you take that tape off is you should double check it again. Let's see if I can get this tape back, cover back on. Oops. Yeah, this may be a redo video, as bad as it is. Okay, now curl it around, put it in your hole and check to make sure that you've got it, you know, close enough. You can eyeball where it's going to go. Okay, so see, whenever it's expanded in my little brim, you can see that it has that much gap. So that's how much gap I want to leave whenever I'm putting my whenever I'm closing it up with my tape, if that makes sense. So you take your cover off, if it'll come off, and now we're going to close up. Sorry, I have to get this towards my eyeballs to see what I'm doing. Okay, there. Now see, I left a little gap. So that should fit pretty good in our little hole. See how well I did. Yeah, it's a good snug fit. Got to get it past that tape. There we go. Perfect. That'll work perfect. Okay, so now I can leave that on there for a second. And what I want to do now is I want to just cut like at 1/4 inch intervals all the way around up to that score line. Can you see there? Okay. We want to do that all the way around. I should have got better scissors. Let me grab my other scissors real quick. If I can find them. Hang on. Let me find my scissors. Ah, there they are. Excuse me. Okay. Alrighty. Well, now we're going to go around at 1/4 inch intervals. And you can take your tape off before or after. I've done it both ways. It's a little harder if you take it off afterwards. Sometimes, especially if you cut all the way through your tape. Okay. Now once you get that, you take your cover off your tape. I don't like my scissors getting sticky, so I wait till afterwards. But like I said, I've done it both ways. It just takes a little bit longer to pull each individual little cover off. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to fold your little tabs out. Can you see what I'm doing there? Oh, this is so hard to see. I know. I'm sorry. I probably should do this in white or some other color so you could see it better. But I'm just flaring those little pieces out. Okay, now they're all flared out. Hope you can see that. And then what I do is I set it down on the table. And this one actually has some sticky on it, so it's probably going to stick to the table. You can see my tape went past. I should have cut that off before I flared, cut them and flared it out, but we'll work with it and hope it doesn't stick too bad to the table. So what you want to do is you press down on your piece, so all your, am I even in frame? You press down on your piece so all your pieces are flared out, and then you just drop your brim down. Onto those sticky tabs. And there, it didn't stick too bad. Okay, there, now see they're all stuck down. Now this is the bottom side of your hat. This is why you cut a second piece, because then you're going to glue the second piece on top of those tabs to cover those up. So it'll make a nice finish there. Now to finish off the top, I won't do that to bore you, but you're going to do the same thing. You're going to cut your little tab thingies. And this time I'll pull it off first so you won't have to sit here and watch me. I'll just clean my scissors afterwards. But you do the exact same thing. You just go around 1/4 inch intervals. Should have drug out my Tim Holtz scissors. They don't stick quite as bad. They still stick some, but not as bad. And then once you get that done, what I do is I take the point of my scissors and I just take one tab at a time and push them down like this, and they'll overlap as you go around because you're going around a curve. But you just go all the way around. And I usually look down on it so I can see if my circle is symmetrical, round. Okay, there. Now we have them all down, and then the last thing you do is you put on your top, and you can take 2 of these and glue them together to give you a little more stability. But all you do is just stick your little top on. I gotta get it towards me so I can see what I'm doing. Kind of blind that way. Okay, there. And then I just turn it upside down, put it on the desk, and push my finger down in there to make sure it all gets up, it seals all the way to the edges. And there's your little hat. That's all there is to it. Like I said, you just glue that piece on the bottom and your hat's done. That's how easy they are to make. Oops. And then I just covered mine with some gunmetal stickles just to give it, a little color. What you'll find sometimes, like whenever you use the sticky tape, I don't know if you can see it here, but if you don't get it perfectly on there, see down here you can see the shininess of the tape. Now you can either, I don't know, I guess you could dull it out by sticking it on something fuzzy, or try painting over that or using a marker on it or something. But I found it was just as easy to just cover it with stickles. Or if you're putting a hat band on, like made out of felt or something, that would cover that right up and you won't see it. But just keep that in mind. Now see, you don't have to use sticky tape. You can do this with your liquid tape and it wouldn't have the shininess like that. But anyway, that's how you do it. And if you couldn't see this video very well, I know it's hard since it was black, if it's difficult to see, let me know and I'll redo it with a different color so it'll be easier to see. But anyway, I hope that helps, Sue, and I hope I gave you enough ideas that you could find a base to do your snowman on. And I so appreciate you watching my videos and commenting, and all of you. I appreciate it so much. I really do. I haven't had the time or the presence of mind to answer all comments, but I'm reading every single one of them, and I so appreciate it. I really do. And I thank you all for your good thoughts and prayers for my husband. That is so appreciated. So thanks everybody for watching. Meow for now.